when I watched it again, I was getting to the point of like I was gonna cry again. I've gotten to that point so many times. Howdy Meowers, welcome back to the BlushCat podcast. My name is Loremire, and today we are talking about our 2026 mid-year K-pop favorites.
As is tradition at this point, it's the middle of the year. We've got to talk about them. Mine are going to be probably a lot more straightforward and concise. Loremire's, as always, are probably going to be a little bit more broad. And so let's see, though, if we have a similar pattern sweeping any of the categories as we maybe continue to have in previous years.
Yes. Okay. So, well, I think we should just jump right into things. I think we should do title track, boy group.
Okay.
All right. So, what is yours?
Okay, so if you're new here, we have these categories. Sometimes the categories change a little bit, but our categories are pretty much the same as they were for the end of year favorites. But we have a stipulation of like, try and just narrow it down to like 1 to 3 if you're, you're really concise, or 3 to 5 if you really can't narrow it down. It's not like the ultimate favorite. It's like a couple of favorites, but I have an ultimate favorite here. Clear favorite, although there are others, but the clear top favorite for me, Born Savage by PLAVE. Is anyone surprised? Did I have to pause? No, I didn't even have to say it at all. I could have left that spot blank.
True.
Did you need to share your ultimate top favorite, or should I just say what my other ones are as well?
I think you should just go down the list.
Okay, so I do have, actually this is sort of a flex category. I have 1 to 3 to 5, because there's like 3 that are like legitimate, and then there's 2 others that I'm like, why not?
Oh, okay.
So I figured Loremire is going to really be using these categories here. She's really going to be filling them up, so I might as well throw some extra ones in there as well. We also have Pose by Close Your Eyes. Really been liking that one. And Do You Love Me by Shonu X Hyungwon. I don't care, okay? I think it's great. I enjoy it every time.
Okay.
And then I also threw in here as extras God by _one and eye-poppin by Kickflip, because both of them are really good, but like I think there maybe is a little bit of space between those ones and Pose Do You Love Me. Obviously, there's a big space between all of them and Born Savage. Sorry.
All right. Well, that was honestly, pretty expected. Now, mine is either going to be exactly as expected, or it's going to be a huge shock to everybody listening. My number 1 favorite is definitely Kickflip eye-poppin.
Yes. If you've been listening, Meowers, it's not a shock.
It's not a shock if you've been meowing with us for the year, because, I kind of just felt a little less strongly about Born Savage than I have felt about PLAVE's other title tracks. So Born Savage is not my favorite, but I do have it on the list, but I would place it under Close Your Eyes Pose, which I have also included as a favorite title track. And then I've also got _one God and Shiny Atmos. I put in there.
Okay.
It's pretty new. It's from the beginning of June, but I really like the atmosphere that the song has. I noticed that I really like songs that feel blue. And this one has a blue vibe.
I feel like I can believe that about you, Loremire. I will say I don't have anything from June, because I haven't really. Well, I think I've heard a couple things actually, but they didn't make it onto the favorites.
Okay. All right. I don't know what you're sneakily referring to.
Well,
but
I mean, I barely know what I'm talking about.
Okay. So yeah, Kickflip, Close Your Eyes, PLAVE, _one, Shiny on mine. Now I'll move right on to title track Girl Group. And I think this will also come as no surprise. I mean, probably for both of us. But do you want me to go?
Sure.
Okay. So number 1, IVE Bang Bang. Actually, okay, no, it might come as a surprise because I'm not beating the allegations here. Somehow, IVE has managed to create this entire, like, cowboy western themed concept of a song, and it's like so incorporated into the sound of the song, yet it's literally my favorite girl group release from 2026 so far. Like, what? Like, okay, IVE.
I mean, surprising, not surprising though, because I've already called it.
Okay, and then A Pink, Love Me More. It's definitely one of my favorites. I just really like it. It's so classically A Pink, and I love that they brought that sound back. And then I also have IOI Suddenly, because I really love that, and ITZY Motto. Because honestly, I realized that Shiny Atmos and ITZY Motto have a very similar vibe.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I have on mine only 3, or maybe 2. I'm not sure about one of them if it belongs here. I have Bang Bang by IVE and Motto by ITZY. I think that they're both pretty great, really catchy, really fun, really nice to listen to, like good execution. You guys heard me talk about them already. And then I want to say Work by Billy. Is that a title track?
Yeah.
Okay. Also another Serve. We all know how well they did, and if you don't know, it's because you haven't watched it,
True, very true. Okay, now we're gonna move on to title track Soloist. Now you can go ahead and say yours, and this does not was there something about this category?
Basically, this category is for official soloist, promotions. It's not for just, like, your favorite solo song. Like, if someone has a solo song on an album, it's not going here. Right. And also, this is soloist. It's not just anything that's not a group. Like, as you heard earlier, there was a subunit, and that was put in the groups category. Mm-hmm. This is just people who are like, this is my solo promotion time.
Right. And the person that has a solo doesn't have to strictly be a soloist, but they have to have promoted as a solo artist for the release.
Yes, because when we talk about, like, this is the equivalent of the title track boy group, title track girl group. It's like title track soloist. It can't just be like any old solo song. It has to be kind of held to the same expectation that we were, using for those other groups.
Yes.
So I have 2 here. I have a clear winner and a runner up. And I don't know, people should know this because of how I talked about it, but I don't know if people are going to be doubting me still. But my favorite title track soloist for the first half of the year is Yuna Ice Cream.
Not surprised.
It's just still so good. Like, I checked it out again and I was like, there's just something about this that's just done right, And then my runner-up is Yena Catch Catch.
Okay, cool. I honestly had a feeling that this is how this category would go. My number 1 is Yena Catch Catch, and my number 2 is Yuna Ice Cream. And those are the only 2 that I have. You might be wondering, what about, like, some other ones that you talked about loving from the beginning of the year, like, a bit earlier? Well, honestly, I haven't listened to them in recent times, but, like, they were definitely strong contenders when they came out. I was like, ooh, I wonder if this will carry over to the mid-year favorites, and unfortunately they didn't really make it in the mood that I was feeling when I wrote my favorites down.
I feel like a lot of solo things that could have been in contention here kind of maybe weren't as full of a promotion. Like, it was more of like they released a song and a music video, but like it doesn't really feel like a whole thing.
Right.
You know, Yuna and Yena both really went for the whole thing, whereas there was a lot of other like really good songs, but it's sort of like, I feel like they were just a song. Maybe they promoted them a little bit, but.
And Yena, Catch, I just like, it was such a huge moment, and it still is. Like, people are still covering Catch, and I love to see whenever they do the dance. So just all around, I think that it was a really good title track, and obviously it has those second gen vibes that I love. And also, you know, like Yena's whole concept is always so strong. And also, so Yuna from ITZY, she has a solo song on ITZY's album, but this song that we're talking about here is from when she debuted as a soloist, but she is still a member of ITZY. Yes. Just so there's no confusion. All right, how about we move on to our favorite choreography? Now, this category, we are doing it group-based, if that's what you feel. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be group-based, but that's kind of what we were aiming for. So, would you like me to run through my list?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. This one was kind of tricky for me, but
not surprising.
I placed kickflip at number 1.
Wow. Oh my God. I'm a little surprised.
I kind of was surprised myself. But
I'm not trying to throw shade at kickflip. I'm just saying, like, I feel like their choreography would be sort of in a whole different genre of like.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Like, it's kind of like, it reminds me of Pentagon choreography.
Oh,
like, it's a little more carefree in a sense. But
feels less structured somehow.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah. But I think it's still like, it's really good. There's a lot of key points that I would be sad if like they weren't there. They're doing a lot of cool new things, or like, you know, interesting, challenging things. Like, I was thinking about all of the releases that they have had this year and the choreography for each of the songs, and I was like, yeah, I guess overall it would be my favorite right now, because eye-poppin', I like the choreography for that. Like, so many of the moves that they do, I think of when I hear the song, so that's an important factor. And then backward, like, there's so many cool parts in that song. And 20, I obviously love that choreography. I loved it immediately. And like, you know, the very end of the choreography is probably my favorite. But then also, like, Hyper Slide, I'm not forgetting about her, okay? I love Hyper Slide, and the fact that it has choreography is enough to get that on the list. So, kickflip number 1. Number 2, I have Close Your Eyes.
Wow.
Yes. Now, all that they've had so far this year is Pose, but I don't care. It's just that good. It just hits so well. It's so powerful, but like, just Close Your Eyes choreography has been so good. It just has been. And so I'm definitely putting that on my list. Now, I also have &one. I can't really say much for What You Talking About because I didn't really tune into that very much. Sorry, I really just have beef with that. But God, the choreography there is like excellent. Like, watching it again, I'm still right where I was when it first came out. It's just so good, and it's that style that I really love. So I'm really happy with the with the way that they chose to, you know, have the choreography be for this song. Okay. I kind of was cheating a little bit, but I don't think I'll say my cheats.
Oh.
I'll probably just honorably mention my cheats.
Oh, okay.
So the other ones that I have included, but it would kind of fall into the cheat realm. Like, the other ones are like, yeah, these are my favorites, I suppose.
Okay.
But also, I've got to bring up ITZY, and
Okay.
I've got to bring up PLAVE.
Okay.
Obviously, you thought I was going to leave PLAVE out at the rate I was going. Like, I was
did.
so far down the list, and it's like I didn't say PLAVE yet. But no, I could not leave PLAVE out because there are so many iconic moments in the Born Savage choreography. Like the zombie Vix iconic moment that, like, I'm never going to forget about that. Like, I obviously have to include it for that moment alone. But it wasn't higher on the list because, you know, it's not one of my favorites from them. It's just not. Like, I prefer, like, the Dash choreography. I prefer the Boo choreography. I mean, I probably prefer all of their other choreographies more than I like Born Savage. So it's just not as high up the list as you might expect because it's PLAVE.
All PLAVE goes above everyone else.
That's what you would think, but we're not going to be doing that right now. We're not going to be doing that right now, but, like, in terms of, like, just saying that, yeah, sure. Like, yeah, sure, PLAVE is above everybody else. But okay, and then they were doing some cool stuff with Black Hole, but honestly not enough to make me really care. Sorry. But Bang Bang, like, who's not thinking of the choreography for that song when they're hearing the song? Like, obviously there's the iconic tilt move, but then the chorus is just like, I mean, everybody's shaking their heads and, like, you know, hopping around, are they not? So that's my choreography favorite list for now.
Interesting. I feel like that's I don't think I would have been able to necessarily predict that. That one was really weird and different.
Yeah.
Okay. Could anyone predict mine? We'll see. I'm going to say right off the bat, to give them the recognition they deserve, PLAVE. I just really liked everything about Born Savage and the comeback as a whole. And when I rewatch it, when I watch the performance, when I watch the music video, when I watch anything, I'm just so happy. I just love it so much.
Okay.
And so it's going on the list. Like, I don't even know if, like, technically speaking, like, oh, this other one, like, I actually, like, if I were to actually break down the choreography, I'd like this other, but this one here, I'm just, like, huge smile on my face. So, like, that means it's my favorite, you know? Like, that's how it works.
Undoubtedly.
So PLAVE, absolutely. It's so good. Okay. And then I also have, maybe surprisingly, I have Yuna ice cream. Like, I mean, you could just say Yuna, but, like, there's only one thing, so I figure why not single out what it is.
I think she should have had choreography for B-Boy. What can I say?
I don't even, with this one, it's weird, because it's like, I don't even feel like I like the choreography, but, like, it's so perfect.
Yeah.
Like, whenever I watch it, I'm like, this is exactly what the choreography should be. Undoubtedly, it's just, like, having such an impact. And so, like, it's satisfying without me even being like, ooh, like, I want to do that dance or anything like that, you know? Like, it's not like, ooh, I love this style of dance or anything. But it's just really, really, like, perfectly done. So that's on the list. And then we're throwing in ITZY. ITZY motto is just so, like, fun and hyped up. I love the, like, jumping and spinning and stuff. Really good. It's giving _one vibes, honestly. In terms of, like, you know, like he plus she equals we, like, amount of, like, movement and stuff.
Yeah.
So I really like that. Those are the 3 sort of official ones that I have. And then I just also wanted to give a shout out because they're supposed to be more, like, broad you know, the things that fall into that category, but I wanted to give a shout out to 2 other songs that have very specific parts that I really loved.
Oh, I thought you were going to say To Us, and I was about to be like so unbelievably shocked.
I'm sorry, no. Today is not the day. First half of 2026 is not the time. No, I would like to give a shout out to God Choreography for the grabbing part.
It's so
I
good.
love that part. And then also to ATEEZ Adrenaline for the slide part.
Okay, that is good.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of the other parts of the song, honestly, they're kind of just working so hard at like singing until their like veins pop out of their bodies that like they don't even have like a dance. I mean, people are always dancing, but you know, like it's maybe a little bit more just like, I don't know, performance based rather than dance based for some of the other parts of the song. So I didn't feel like putting the choreography as a whole, but that part is so cool.
Yeah, agree.
And those are my favorite choreographies for this portion of the year. Thank you.
All right, how about we move to our favorite music show stages?
Okay.
Which would be our favorite to watch live, as we usually say. And so this is another one that is group based.
Yes.
So you can go ahead.
Yeah, I will roll right into ATEEZ. They really secured a spot here, even though it's kind of just ATEEZ Adrenaline. But like, I'm like, how is this? Like, it's so good. They're really, like I said before, they're really going absolutely crazy with it. Like, so I had to acknowledge it here. It needed a place.
That's nice.
So,
I appreciate that.
So that is the first one that I thought of. And then I also have kickflip.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, because the kickflip stages are just, you know, they're always just so present. That's something that we always talk about with stages here on BlushCat. Just love it when the groups are really present and really like having a good fun time and also being talented though. And like kickflip is doing all that. Kickflip's music is always just such a good time. So even if it's not like running straight to the top of my lists, it's like when it comes down to it, it's like just like classically like good, you know, and enjoyable.
Yeah.
Then I also have ITZY, because their stages are really fun, and they also had the added bonus of great styling. Although, I mean, the styling for kickflip and ATEEZ was good as well. And then we want to mention PLAVE. They may have only had like 3 shows or something, but every single one of them was top tier, and we can never ever forget that they took their hats off. It's
true.
Really just a pivotal moment of music show stages of the first half of 2026. Incredible. So yeah, those are those are them. Like PLAVE, they still haven't yet, I'm sure at some point they will, but they still haven't yet managed to not surprise me with their music show stage performances. I always am just, you know,
I mean, think back to the first time we saw Wait for Love stage and they're going through portals. We were like, what on earth is happening?
Yeah, like I really should just know at this point, but at some point they're gonna run out of things to surprise me, and then I won't be anymore. But until that happens, I guess I'm just gonna continue to be like thinking it's just gonna be like, oh, let's see what their outfits are like, let's see the choreography, and then it's like, oh wait, but they also just did this incredible thing that I wasn't expecting. So they always have to be in the music show category, really.
Okay. Well, my list, the number 1 is obviously kickflip. I've explained it enough already in our comeback episodes.
Please, we're losing her.
But no, don't say that. Just like if we also have kickflip episodes in the future, like just like we will still have PLAVE episodes alongside it. Like, we're just gonna have two groups that we are constantly talking about. So Kickflip, yeah, I just like, I've never been disappointed by their stages. It's always such a good time, and you just can't beat seeing the members of a group look like they're enjoying themselves when they're performing on stage. And Kickflip absolutely just exudes that every single time. Number 2, I have A-Pink, because I mean, this is A-Pink's 15th year, right, as a group. I'm pretty sure. I'm getting confused, but I mean, so obviously you would hope that they have good stage performances, and they definitely do. But I mean, you might think that they're gonna slack off because they've been active for so long, but they definitely didn't. It looks like they could have, just debuted recently, because they're still so in it. They look like they're all having a great time. They're making me have a great time. And even when they do their songs that are ballads, or like when they did Sunshine, and like, when they're not doing choreography but they're performing on a music show, it's still enjoyable to watch. So that has to count for something. They're on my favorites list for sure. Okay, now, all right. I don't really know. Like, those are my top 2. And then I guess here I'm kind of going to cheat a little, just like in the fact that I want to mention other ones, but I don't really want to say them in honorable mentions because it would be kind of weird, and like, I don't know. So I'm just going to kind of throw out some other ones here for different reasons, and everybody's going to have to deal with it, however many I end up saying.
Okay.
So ITZY, I really liked their music show stages, but they didn't have very many. But like, I it was such an emotional experience watching them that I definitely want to say that they were some of my favorite music show stages from the first half of the year, because they were. NCT Jano Jamin, I really liked watching all the music show stages, and just like the vibes are obviously so good, and I love all of the energy that the backup dancers have when they're performing with them, and it's a great time. I just like, I don't know, like, I didn't know where in the list of favorites they would go, but I definitely would say that they were some of my favorite stages to watch. I obviously also want to say PLAVE stages, but I'm running into the same problem as ITZY in that they hardly have any. But like, for all the reasons that you said, I would want to say PLAVE. I would also want to say ITZY for the same sort of reason, but I didn't specifically list them because I'm like, well, I feel like honestly they did have a very short promotion period for some reason. Even though it felt like such a significant album, like, I mean, everybody has a solo song, so I would have felt like there would be more music show performances.
Like, I was surprised they didn't even promote a second song, because they feel like they usually always do.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I get that they did, they had just done That's a No-No as like a special thing, but I still, I would have thought that they would have done a second one, especially because like one of the 2 other group songs that's on the album really seems like it could have been a promoted one. But like their stage, like the set designs for a lot of their stages were really good, and like you said, the styling was good, and I just felt so happy watching their stages. But then I also wanted to say _one, because I remember like the very first stage that they had, I was just like, wow, that was such a good performance. Like, it felt so third gen of them, and like they were really doing a good job. And I did see most of their stages, and I always had a good time. So, but like, that's too many. That's over 5. So
yeah. That is true. &one, yeah. Like, they're one of the ones that it's like the stage performances are always they're always good.
Yeah.
So it's hard to not include them. Yeah.
Yeah. And I totally like acknowledge once again you saying ATs, but I honestly don't remember. Like, I guess I didn't tune into very many of ATs, but like they always do have great stage presence, so it's totally valid that you included them.
Well, I think a good place for us to move next is going to be favorite music video.
All right. Here we go. Big category, people. Big category. Am I going first or are you?
I think you're going first.
Okay. All right. Well,
doesn't seem like it's going to be what mine is.
Everybody probably already knows what mine is going to be. Everybody probably already knows, and they either love me or they hate me. I don't know. What can I say? But don't worry. I'm kind of saving things. Like, this category is like a fun one. Like, if you want to say that. But okay, number 1, my favorite music video from the first half of 2026 is, drumroll please, Kickflip 20.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, how I know what you're thinking. Like, I'm gonna say, how is it not that? And you're like, but what about PLAVE? And like, I know, but I'm gonna get there.
I knew it wasn't gonna be PLAVE. I knew it was gonna be Kickflip 20. Like, 100%.
It's just so good to me. I watch it all the time, but when I watched it again just a couple days ago, I was getting to the point of like I was gonna cry again. And I was like, just like so many, like I've gotten to that point so many times when I've watched the music video.
It's crazy.
And it's so blue, and I guess I like things that look blue, like that create a blue sort of like atmosphere, not just sound wise but visually, because like when it gets to the aquarium scene, I'm like throwing up, and like it's just so good. And like, yeah, no, I love it. And like, I love these story type of videos, so it's like boosting it 500%. But my number 2 favorite music video is PLAVE.
Okay.
It's just, it is excellent. Like, it's so pretty. It's so satisfying. We've talked about it plenty of times, but like the color palette is still just wonderful to witness. And it is a lot of fun as well. Like, they've got a cheeky little storyline going on, and it fits the lyrics so well. Like, everything about it is excellent. Number 3 is Born Savage. Okay, because I got over whatever like weirdness like I was feeling towards the video when it first came out, and I was kind of like, I was expecting a little bit of something different, but I've embraced like what it is offering, and I never thought it was a bad video. I never ever thought it was a bad video, but like, it is just a whole lot of fun, a whole lot of iconicness. Just, it's so well made, it's so well done. It is obviously still telling a story, so it's just really an excellent video. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna like not throw up over that one too. Okay, number 4, I have Kickflip Eye-Poppin', because like obvious reasons, it's Kickflip, it's a good time, but I would also like to acknowledge the fact that they somehow managed to get me to include an LA themed video in my favorites. Like, okay, I guess this is where we're at. I mean, when it's the beginning of the end. We don't need to keep doing that. Just this once, you can get a pass because it was so eye-poppin'. I think because the concept was eye-poppin', it worked.
Well, you know what's another good LA based music video? I mean, I think it's LA, right? Is
Gravity Cheese.
no. Just Be Medusa.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That one's pretty solid.
Is that LA?
I don't know if it's LA, but it's not.
I don't know.
It's not Korea, right?
Yeah,
it might be
no.
New York or something. I don't know.
I don't-
Seattle.
I thought it was DC
If it's
for
Seattle,
some reason.
that's ridiculous.
But
Oh,
obviously
I
the
could see
desert
that.
parts aren't.
Yeah,
DC.
I thought it was giving West Coast.
Yeah,
because
I
of the
don't
desert.
know.
But
Anyway, yeah, so eye-poppin is eye-poppin, and it's a good song, good video, so it's here. And I also have maybe a surprising one at spot number 5, but it is actually super, super unbelievably iconic, so it is one of my favorites. I mean, I have all these videos, I believe I, like, hit the thumbs up button, so, like, I feel like obviously that means that they have to be in my favorites. X-Love Serve.
oh, okay.
Because I love a concept. I love like the aesthetics, you know? The sword concept I always think is super cool. Han Sohee is in the music video. I mean, what's not to enjoy? So, those are my favorite music videos.
When I watched that music video, I did think that the world building that they had done was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really felt substantially like, you know, there was a whole environment and story and everything going on. You know, sometimes people try to throw a concept at you and it's like, okay, well, I'll take the concept, but like I'm not being transported or anything, right?
Right.
But the X-Love video, like you're there in some new universe.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
that's how I
dimension.
feel. I definitely feel like I have been fully absorbed. Like I am like it's like I'm watching Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Okay. Mine. I have one very clear winner, okay? And we're not going to beat around the bush. It's PLAVE Born Savage. I wrote it down. I underlined it twice.
Wow.
And then I put a little squiggly line to separate it from the other two that I've written down. Because this one, for me, like I was thinking there aren't even any other ones in contention for the beginning half of 2026. Like, is this the best music video that's ever existed? No. But like, as far as music videos have been going, I haven't really been caring about them at all. But this music video, I enjoy so much when I watch it. Once again, huge smile every time. Like, I've seen it so many times, and yet still every time I come out of it with the same sense of just like happiness and satisfaction and like, oh, that was so cool. Like every time. It's so good. It's just, I don't know. I just can't stress enough how perfectly they did everything that they needed to do and how cinematic it is and how like I said, happy it is, even though it's weird because it's like there's a big battle going on, but also, you know, it's not only happy. It's not one note either.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good, but you guys have already heard me talk about it before, so I'm sure you're already... Oh, but like what you were saying about, I feel like the vibe of how you were talking about Kickflip 20 and why you liked it and how like you can rewatch and you still feel like it's equivalent to my vibe with PLAVE Born Savage. But then also I do have as two sort of honorable mentions, I guess you could say, PLAVE. I needed to mention it because it is another music video that, you know, this half of the year I'm like, wow, so good. And then maybe it's a little too early to be mentioning this year, but it is a music video, so I'm gonna call it now. Rise, All of You. Really just like done right, you know, but like distinctly, like significantly lower down. Because I'm just kind of like, wow, great job. But at the same time, it's not like I'm like, oh my God.
Okay.
So
yes.
yeah.
All right. I think that leads us right into the Japanese releases. section. So why don't you just go ahead?
Yeah, just get mine out of the way. It's that. It's Rise, all of you. Honestly, I don't even know what other Japanese releases there were for this half of the year. If there were other ones, I guess I didn't consider them.
Yeah, not many relevant ones, honestly.
That one, though, really good. And I was just so shocked at how the first time I heard it and I had no visuals, I was like, oh, okay, sure. But then once they brought that music video out, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
They cooked. Like, this is good.
Mm-hmm. I have Stacy Moi at number 1.
Oh, I don't even think of that as being Japanese. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Their whole Stay Alive album was really, really great. I mean, most of the songs were already released, but it was still so good to listen to them in this album. And then I also wanted to shout out IVE, Lucid Dream. I don't really like the music video a whole lot, but I think the song is like so catchy and like, I mean, it's like soft and dreamy, just like it is supposed to be. And then their other 2 new Japanese songs, Fashion and Jigsaw, are good as well. And I wouldn't really consider them like, you know, I would put a divide, but I still think that they're worth mentioning. So Misamo, actually, Confetti, that whole album, I did think all the songs were good, and Confetti is a good bop. I like to listen to that one a lot, but I don't really watch the music video or anything very much. And then, yeah, Rise, All of You. I don't really care about the song, but the music video is so good because of how unbelievably colorful it is, and also the snow, so that is enough to put it here. But Flashlight, the B-side, is really good. I like it. Okay, I think that we can now move to styling. And number 1, I'm not gonna, you know, like what you said, like I'm just gonna get right to it. PLAVE. I don't care. I'm at the point that you're at. I don't care. PLAVE, just, they have had the best styling so far this year. It's true. They have just like everything that I've seen, I've just been like, wow, they really cooked here. They really cooked. The, like, not only the music video looks like the, like, you know, the superhero type of aesthetic outfits that they've got going on for Born Savage.
Can you imagine if they were like superhero? Like, that would be so bad.
Yeah, like every, like, you know, for Dash they were kind of like, they were almost there, but like they don't look charny. They just look cool.
They look like dystopian, futuristic sort of like cool outfits.
Yeah, but like, I mean, the hoods, the capes, like everything that they've got going on with that really just like peak. But also like the hung styling, really, really, really nice stuff. And when they were styled like that for the live streams that they did, it was like, oh yeah, like the colors here are just so nice. And I mean, like Noah's thing that he had in the producer live that we both loved, that was great. The, you know, the Born Savage stage outfits that they had, and how in the live that just happened the other day, and they were making them hot pink, like like the color choices are excellent. Just all of the styling is just like it's great.
Yeah, and I feel like it's kind of valid to consider an even broader like frame of reference for PLAVE styling, because like all of their outfits are like being like made, you know, like even it's not just their stage outfits, whereas usually when I think of styling like for the other groups that I've listed, I'm just thinking about what they wore to perform on stage, even though they do get like styled for other moments. But you know, like, yeah, it seems like that's more of like, this is when they were like, they're styling for like their concept, and otherwise they're wearing like regular clothes. But like even PLAVE's regular clothes were clothes that were quote unquote styled, and the regular clothes were so good. So
yeah, so that's definitely like, they're my favorite. Okay, they just are. And I also I have 3 other groups that I wanted to shout out here. I have X Love, I have Hearts to Hearts, and I have Kickflip. X Love I have because like I said before, I feel like they were in my styling for last year as well, and I'm like, it's just, I love a concept, I love a moment. The contacts, I want to shout those out because X Love and PLAVE were both having, colored contact moments. That was why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? It's valid. Am I not allowed to shout out the contacts?
No, you can. It's just one, you're talking about the styling and you're like the contacts that they're wearing, and 2, you're saying PLAVE was wearing contacts, and it's just funny.
Okay, well, yeah, that's okay. That's true. But you know what I'm saying.
I get it all.
Makeup is part of the styling.
Definitely. No, definitely.
But so they were both doing creature-y type looks.
Sure.
And so that is definitely something that I am here for. I would love for more groups to do more experimental things like that. Where are you? Where is the vision?
Vix,
Bring back artistic vision.
Blitzers was doing it. Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Hearts to Hearts, they had more of regular clothing pieces, but I think that the stylists know what they're doing. They were putting together good outfits. There were a lot of ribbons and frills. They were not just having the ribbons on the clothes though, but they were putting the ribbons in the hair in tiered fashion, and I thought that was really cool. And so the variety that they had going on is what was making it stand out to me. And I was like, you know what, they're doing something here, they're giving me a little bit more. And then Kickflip, most of their outfits were just regular clothes, nothing too wild going on, but I wanted to include them because there were some stages that they had where I really love the light blue Kickflip hoodies that they had, or the zip ups, and they had glittery rainbow kickflip sparkly stuff going on. I don't know, just I really liked those. And I like how they tried to incorporate the eye-popping concept when they could. And then they had that one backwards stage where they were all wearing the zip-up shark hoodies, and so that was a fun group uniform type of moment, but everybody had a different color. And so they were doing some fun things here and there, so I still thought that it was worth including.
Okay. I have PLAVE number 1, basically what you said. I just, even when they're just wearing the kind of police outfits with the hats for a stage, it might seem oh, that's kind of more basic, but no, they're all each one of their variations of their outfit and styling and stuff, it just is always so perfect. It just works so well. They just don't ever make any mistakes recently, in recent times with their styling. I'm thinking back to there's been a couple of outfits maybe here and there way back in the day that I'm but now, oh, they're just always getting it right. So PLAVE would be my number 1. And then I have 2, maybe 3 others. I have IVE. IVE Bang Bang. A lot of their stages are the type of styling that I like, that they're a bit edgier. I love that. And they just everything is interesting. I just love when there's a lot of elements to the styling.
Yeah.
And so for the same reason, I have ITZY. Everyone's oh yeah, well, of course you have ITZY. Did ITZY have a comeback? Okay, then you have ITZY.
I think that this is the first time that I don't have IVE in the styling category.
I just feel IVE and ITZY, they both had a lot going on with the outfits. Like there's a lot of details and little elements, and like they always just looked good. So that's why I'm putting them down here. Like I feel like nowadays it's either too extreme, like it's like this is a look, well, I guess it's not too extreme. Either the style is just a style that I don't really prefer, but they do have a lot of different elements. But I'm like, I don't like the whole like tutu with sneakers or like things like that, you know? Or it's too simple. You know, like it'll be more of a style that I like, but it's kind of basic.
Yeah.
So I liked what both of those groups had going on. And so then I kind of also want to mention Billy, because I do think that theirs was close to falling into all those categories of like things I'm saying, but maybe it was slightly simple at times, but also sometimes the simpleness worked. So I feel like I'll honorably mention them for this category specifically.
Okay. How about we move to content?
Okay. I can start?
Yes.
I will say number one, so easy, so obvious, it's PLAVE. I've consumed the most PLAVE content. I've enjoyed every single second of it, millisecond even. They've had so many different things that they've done. It's so funny, it's so interesting, it's fun, it's heartwarming, it's just list any positive adjective, and that's what it is. And I won't really go any further because we've talked about their content already in its own episode and stuff, so there's no need to really explain it more.
All right.
I thought maybe I should try and think of another group to include. And so I landed on Close Your Eyes.
I knew it.
Because I have seen a little bit here and there of some of these other groups, mainly the newer boy groups. And Close Your Eyes is the one that I would say most often when watching. It's like a lot of Becky content from them. And I'm just always like, oh yeah, sure. Like I'll tune in. Like it's just always interesting. It's always funny. You know, it's like a good time. There's never any episodes where you're like, oh, that one was all right. I think they're always good. So yeah.
Well, I've pretty much got the same thing as you going on, except there's one addition that I'm sure we can all guess. Now, I'll say this, though. I'll say this about it. I am struggling a little bit. I'm not exactly sure if I would, like, if there was, like, a number one spot. I'm not sure if I would put PLAVE or if I would put Kickflip.
Oh,
because of one factor.
Oh, right. You've been watching all those other things. Is it those other things? Like they have original content.
Right. Kick original.
I haven't been seeing their Kick original. I've just been like, if I've seen stuff from Kickflip recently, it was like Becky footage, which was also good. Okay. It was good.
Like, you might be thinking, how could anything beat out PLAVE in the content department? It's always so inspired, so innovative. Like, literally, you were saying, like, it checks every box. Like, if, you know, when the YouTube survey thing pops up and you're like, oh, what is this video to you? And it's, like, literally checking everything that's, like, positive. Yeah. But Kickflip is in the position of having much more content. And you can't blame PLAVE for that. Like, you know, they're doing so much already, like more than I would ever imagine that they would be able to do. But Kickflip has, like, you know, the lives, like that's just one thing. Like PLAVE, all they have right now is live streams. So Kickflip members can do live streams, and the ones that I've seen are a good, funny time. But they also have the Kick original content. They have the behind content. They have, like, these other, like, little videos, like when they did the eye-poppin, getting a win, like, keeping their promise, like, that type of video. And, like, they have more. So I'm not, like, I kind of want to say that they would be number one just because I've seen more.
Bring back Let's Go.
But I don't know. Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna say I don't miss Let's Go PLAVE, because I do. But the lives, they've really just been outdoing themselves. Like, wow, incredible stuff going on. So yeah, check out our BlushCat episode where we talked about recent PLAVE live streams. But also Close Your Eyes is making it to my favorites because, like you said, I've never had a bad time watching their content, and I also have been watching the close and open episodes, and those have been really enjoyable.
Nice. Okay, now we only have a few categories left. It's time to move on to the albums.
Okay, here we go. This category is my biggest cheat. And I mean, okay, I only have 7 here. Like, if it's 3 to 5, I have I have 7. But I don't know. I have a favorite.
Okay.
I have a well,
okay.
it's a little tricky. I don't know. I'm going to say that my favorite right now, my number 1, is Kickflip My First Kick. I had listened to this album so many times, just like constantly. I was playing every song on the album. And if I look at it as a whole, which I like to do when considering my favorite albums, the concept photos were good. I like the cover art of the album. Everything that came with this album, I was like, yeah, I like it. It's really, really good. So that's why it's number 1. I would say that I've Revive Plus is probably my second favorite. I was really concerned with the aesthetics of this album, so I can't say that it's a top favorite for that reason, but all the songs are just so good, and all of the members have a solo song, and nobody's solo song is a miss, so it's just a great listen. Whenever the songs come on shuffle, I'm always looking forward to it. Obviously, I've got PLAVE Caligo Part 2 because it's PLAVE, because it's Caligo Part 2. All of the songs are so good. I would just not be able to not include a PLAVE album here. All right. Now these other ones, I guess you could put a bit of a line.
Okay.
But I'm going to mention them all because I genuinely didn't know what to not include. So deal with it. ITZY Motto.
Strong album.
Yes, it is. Shiny Atmos. The album is, once again, a newer one, so I'm not all that familiar with the songs, but I have listened to them a fair amount of times at this point. So, like, when I heard it, immediately, I was like, yeah, all of these songs are my style. I like them a lot. I think it's really cool. A lot of it is very, like, early key style. And so just I love the vibes.
Recency bias.
I tried to not put like super recent things. Like, I think that's the most recent thing I included because some of the most recent stuff I'm like, well, it's not really that fair. Like, I didn't really experience it very much. How could it be my favorite right away? NCT, Jano Jamin, Both Sides album, great stuff. I can't say, like, I'm gonna spoil right now that I didn't list a B-side from their album, but overall, I do listen to it a lot. Like, it is one that I play in full a lot, but stylistically, it's not like any of the songs are exactly my favorite style of music. So I'm not like, but I still think it's great. And then I also really love Irene's album, biggest fan. It's a full album and all of the songs are really good. I do really like it, but I feel like I haven't spent as much time with it as I could So it's like,
Could have been left off the list.
I didn't want to though, because like I really like it, and I didn't want to not mention it because I think once I listen to it more, like, I'm gonna really feel strongly about it.
Has had how many months to listen to it more?
Well, I mean, I do listen to it a lot, but not necessarily like in full. Like, I have some favorites that I listen to more frequently. But yeah. Anyway, What are your favorite albums?
Okay, so I obviously don't feel the same way about albums specifically as you do. Like, I just don't really care about like, oh, this is like the album, you know?
Yeah.
But
that's the problem with people today.
But if you guys have been listening to all of our comeback episodes, you will hear that there were many, many times that I was saying the album was really good. They had a really strong album. Like, a lot of the songs on the album, I would think were all like really relevant. You know, it was like, it wasn't filled up with a whole bunch of throwaway songs.
Yeah.
So I acknowledge that. But what I kind of went with was just the albums that I actually like actively like added a lot of the songs from. So it's like, I cared it. It's not even just that I was like, oh yeah, that's a good song. It's like, I want to add this to my playlist. Like, I'm gonna listen to this song. And so for that reason, and for other reasons, I suppose, number 1 is Caligo Part 2 from PLAVE. I told you guys that my list was going to be a lot more narrow and straightforward, okay? So yes, we're getting repeats. But it's Caligo Part 2. I like every single song on the album so much. Like, literally, I re-listened to the album through just yesterday, just to, double check. And it's just like, wow. Every single song is so great. I just love them. So, I mean, that's a good album for me. And then I do have a second one. My second one, you're probably not surprised, is Definition by &one.
Oh, I am surprised.
What did you think it was?
I mean, I kind of thought that there was a chance that you would have &one's album. I did think that a little bit, but I thought it would be ITZY.
Oh, see, ITZY's was really good.
Fake fan.
But like, no, if I have added any of the other B-sides so far, it's like I haven't really heard them again yet. Like, I haven't listened to music enough to like have them keep coming up. I don't listen to music like constantly. PLAVE I hear probably every day, but so yeah, that, I mean, it could be a contender, I suppose, but no, it's Definition by &one because they're like the next album that I have the most B-sides added from.
Cool.
So yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, that means it's time to talk about the B-sides. And this time around, the B-side category is, it's always changing for us. Like, we're always organizing it in different ways. So this time we have B-side, girl group, B-side, boy group. I know, so innovative. But this, like, in the past, we have done promoted B-sides specifically as its own category, but in our 2025 year, like, favorites episode, it was just B-side. And so this time it's all encompassing. Doesn't matter if they promoted it, doesn't matter if they didn't promote it. If it's not the title track, it's going in the B-side category. It doesn't matter if it was a pre-release song. It, like, if it's not considered the title track, we're considering it a B-side.
Yes, because it was just getting a little too complicated when it's like, well, technically they did one performance of this, so is it a promoted B-side? Or technically they did 5 performances of this, but it was a pre-release, and so is that a B-side? Too complicated. Yeah. And also, if there's like a soloist or something, I mean, I don't know if I have any of that, but like, it just put it in the, like, it just put it in the girl group category if it's, you know, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna run through what I've got.
For both.
For both.
Okay.
Why not?
Yes.
Okay. And for me, this is kind of just including all of the B-sides that I've kind of like added and like. I didn't really even have to narrow it down that much because there was so much room in the categories.
Wow. All right.
I have to start with the boy group songs. My absolute favorite. Well, okay. I don't know. I'm not considering it against the PLAVE songs for some reason. I don't know why. The PLAVE songs just seem so relevant to me that I'm like forgetting that they're like B-sides. But so Hit Me Up by _1. Oh my god, I love this song so much. It's so good. It's like possibly my DKZ appetite of this semester. _1 Hit Me Up is so good, but I also really like My Way, and I don't care. I put What You Talking About, okay? Because I re-listened to it after all the hate, and you know, I was like, actually, it's good though. I like it.
Okay.
So, I still wish that they had promoted Hit Me Up over that one? Absolutely. But I still enjoy it. So, I have those 3. And then I also have, from Kickflip, I have Stupid and 20. They're both really good. And then obviously I have from PLAVE, Blossom Parade, Hung Hung Hung, Lunar Hearts, and whatever the last one is called, but I can never remember. Think I Am. Every single B-side from their album, because they're all so incredible. Those are my boy B-sides.
B-boy.
I only have a few for the girl groups. And those would be Look, Glitch, and you know what? I listened to it again. I threw it in there. Tangerine.
Oh, yeah.
All from ITZY's album. So like
nice.
You were saying, yes, ITZY's album was a strong one for me. Yeah. And I mean, I guess I could. I had it in the honorable mention initially because I didn't know I had enough room in my B-sides. We hadn't split it up yet into boy group and girl group. But I guess I would put Asylum in the girl group side as well. Initially, it was just going to be an honorable mention because I was like, it's so good, but it's just not the style of music that I would regularly listen to. So I was picking like ones that are more of a style that I would listen to. But Asylum is so good as well. But they were all good. It's hard.
Yes. Okay. Solid list. I do agree. Oh, you know, like I have to admit, you've got a solid list.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I will
side-eyeing what you talking about.
Yeah, except for that. Maybe one day I'm gonna be like, you know what? Actually, like I was so wrong. But today is not the day. Today is the day that I declare that Kickflip 20 is my favorite boy group B-side from the first half of 2026 in K-pop. I mean, I've known this since I first heard it. I said it's going to be hard to beat. And if I had to pick one thing on this entire list of favorites, I would be taking Kickflip 20 with me. Like, that's how much I love it.
Like Kickflip 20 is your top favorite song from 2026?
Yes. It's
first
my
semester?
top favorite. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
It just is. It just is. I
Mine's
don't even
Born Savage.
I don't even need to apologize for this because I literally don't care what anybody would ever say. It's just so good.
Why would you have to apologize?
I don't know, but I'm always like, sorry, like I don't care. Like I'm not going to. I unapologetically love Kickflip 20.
You're like, maybe I'm being annoying about it, but
right.
And that's like, me with Born Savage.
Yeah. So nothing has beat this. I feel sad that it's in the B-side category because it was so much more significant than just like, you know, oh, a B-side doesn't sound very significant. But like all of the B-sides that I have, I feel so strongly about. But like Kickflip 20 was a fully promoted thing. But anyway, I also feel very, very strongly about PLAVE Lunar Hearts.
It's so good, man.
Like, wow, breathtaking. Literally breathtaking. Every time I listen to it, I truly just get swept away.
That's the exact words
it is like, that's the vibe of it.
Like you are in the stars.
Yeah.
Like you're like riding on like a magical beam of sparkles into the night sky.
Absolutely. Like, that is actually literally what's occurring. Like, you know, the live when they're like playing the star shooting game at like the blue place, like it feels like that, like somewhere in that realm. So it just is so beautiful. It is kind of like a song where I want to reserve my listens, but at the same time it's so good that I'm like, I need to hear this. I need to hear this excellence. Okay, but also Kickflip Scroll. This is totally like opposite ends of the spectrum here. Like, this is just like such a like a lighthearted, fun little track, but it's so good. I just, once again, like, I love the vibes. This is probably my most listened to song other than 20 and eye-poppin', and like that's saying a lot because I have listened to all of the songs from my first kick so much. But Scroll is excellent, and I feel like it's still probably the most underappreciated song from the album, and I don't know why. PLAVE Blossom Parade, obviously. I also did include Kickflip My Direction. And honestly, I don't really know, like, I don't know if I needed to, like, directly include it because, well, I mean, I guess I could throw another one in because there's room. I still do have room if we're doing 5 to 10 per category for the B-sides. And now that we've split it up, I do still have room in the boy group B-side category. So I could put in PLAVE Think I Am. And honestly, I don't know why I didn't, because initially when the album came out, that one was the one that I was like,
yeah, I remember.
I was like, wow, like, I love this. And so I do still feel so strongly about it. But for some reason, like, I didn't include Think I Am here, but like I put My Direction by Kickflip here, and I feel like those are at the same level.
Okay.
So let's just say that. But I also have ZB1 0 to 100 because it's totally my style. And Close Your Eyes, What If I Miss Love is an excellent B-side. I think that locals would really enjoy this one. And &one, Hit Me Up. It had to make it onto my favorites because I listen to it a lot and it really just is so good.
Too much groove in my soul.
But there are some parts that I don't like. Like, I don't really like the beginning still, like, you know, Brian's first line, but then immediately, like, when it really, like, gets into it, I'm like, this is so good. But then I don't really like the post-chorus. Like, is that what part it's considered, or am I forgetting where it's placed? But, you know, it shifts a little, and I kind of wish that it was carrying through, like, what it's like at verse 1 and, like, the main chorus for most of the song. But it's still really good. But anyway, girl group B-sides. Number 1, IVE Hot Coffee. I said it was probably my favorite when the album came out, and it still is. I just love it. It's so good. Gal Odd, though, her solo is just so beautiful, so pretty, still as wonderful as when she first performed it at the concert. Yuna Tangerine, obviously, it's so good. I just love it. I'm also including Irene, Million Miles Away. And for the first time, NMIXX has made it into my favorites because of their B-side Loud. It's really good. I like it a lot. And I feel like all of these songs have a very similar vibe. Like, and like the boy group ones too. Like, if you hear me say Hot Coffee, Tangerine, Million Miles Away, 0 to 100, like, are some of my favorite B-sides. Like, I feel like it lines up. Makes sense.
Yeah. I don't actually know what all those sound like, but I'm just agreeing with you.
Okay. Well, we only have one more category left well, one real category. Then we have some honorable mentions, but it's time for the overall favorite for the first half, or from the first half of 2026. Okay,
it's not right,
is it time
man.
for me to just rip off the Band-Aid?
It's not right.
I have to go first for this category.
No, I think we need to do what we always do. I think we have to say it at the same time.
Oh, well. Oh, I see. I understand. Okay.
What do we say for it?
What do you mean?
Like, what do we say? A group? Or do we say an album? Do we say, like, what do we say?
Group.
Okay. Oh, God, I'm going to be sick.
Okay.
The first time in BlushCat
here
history.
Here we go, everybody.
3, 2, 1, play. No! How could you do this to me?
Sorry.
We didn't line up.
We didn't line up?
What are we going to do with the shorts?
I know, right? I was thinking about that ahead of time. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen.
We always line up and it makes everything so easy and memeable. Okay, why don't you, do we have to explain? It's kind of clear, right?
It's kind of clear. But I would like to say that this is just for the first half of the year. And this was like, you know, I mean, yeah, I was standing kickflip at the end of last year, but this first half of the year was just like so kickflip. Like I was just in it so much. So
the honeymoon phase.
So
just like last year with PLAVE.
So when I say like the fact that I consider the overall favorite as when I think of the first half of 2026, I will think of this. I'm thinking of kickflip. Like, I spent so much time with their music, with their content, their performances. And like I talked about when we covered their comeback, it did feel like such a complete era. So that is why they are my favorite. But now that kickflip is like, you know, not really active right now. Like they're still doing stuff. They're releasing content and whatnot. But I'm like, I mean, you know it. Like the PLAVE era is like full force.
Guys.
Like it's so strong right now. Like I'm so in my PLAVE era, but like that's not gonna leave. It never left. It's just like it was getting overshadowed just a little bit.
Kickflip was like,
what can I say?
They were like a new fighter that had entered, but now that's all settled. And so now it's like everything is normalized. Like PLAVE has been around for a while, kickflip has been around for a while, unless a new fighter enters. So we're gonna
have to see. You're saying we're gonna have to see what it is at the end of the year. Is that what you're saying?
For you personally, yeah, I think so.
Wow. Okay, well, yeah, I guess we'll have to just wait and see.
I feel like for me, it's probably just still gonna be PLAVE, but I don't know. Basically, when I was listening to their album, I was thinking to myself, "Wow, it is going to be so incredibly unfortunate and disappointing and sad if there is a day when I don't still feel this way about these songs." Like if we reach a point where these songs become something that was like, oh wow, I remember when I was in my PLAVE era, but it's like not that great anymore. That's just gonna be so terrible.
It is heartbreaking to think about that kind of thing because it's happened to us before.
Yeah, like
with
it
more than one thing.
Things can take a turn.
Yeah.
It's possible. Like we're not the type of people to be like eternally blinded, you know, like things could take a turn.
Yeah.
But I really hope they don't. And there definitely still have been plenty of like groups and songs and people that like year after year after year, I'll be like, I still love that. I still love that. So like it's also possible for that not to happen. It's not like a given.
Right.
But yeah, so PLAVE is my number one. You guys already know why and everything. And I'll see you guys at the end of the year.
Hey, I'll see you there too, okay? I started this whole thing. Never forget where you came from and how you got there.
Okay.
It's time for the honorable mentions. I don't have very many, but how many do you have? It's your turn to go first. So
okay.
Go ahead.
I've got a few. I'll go through them quickly and I'll just explain why they're here.
Okay.
I'd like to honorably mention Drew Honey, because he had an album and it was good. It was strong. It's just that it's just not the type of music I would listen to. But I really just was like, you know what? Like, he was out there doing a solo thing, and I like to acknowledge, like, because that was like a whole project, you know?
Right.
So he did a good job. Oh, and specifically No Brain, No Pain. Like, wow, like, what an unexpected good song. Not
right.
I mean unexpected, and I mean that it was good. I don't mean that it was unexpectedly good. I'd also like to give a shout out to Kyungbae from Close Your Eyes, and specifically his styling and his hair. I think he was really killing it during the Pose era, and I just heard that maybe he didn't like it so much, and I just want some acknowledgement that it was really good. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Ann Double. Because I feel like it's just, they're so new right now. Like, I don't know much, but I'm like looking forward to seeing where they go, you know? Because I feel like they could have a strong potential for me.
Okay.
Acting like I don't know them at all.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'm giving a shout out or honorable mention to, this one's a bit odd. It's not from 2026, but you can't think of 2026 first semester without honorably mentioning ITZY. That's a no-no.
Okay, fair.
It really had its own era and moment right now, and so I wanted to honorably mention that. And then I'd like to give an honorable mention to 2 groups. One, AB6. Because honestly, I really liked their like performance and stage presence of their title track that they did, but like I didn't really like, you know, I wasn't in it any more than like just like I listened to it for the BlushCat episode and then like not anymore, but like they did such a good job, and I know they're having a little bit of a tough time right now, so I wanted to give them an honorable mention. And then we're ending it on a sad one. I felt like I needed to take a moment, because it's probably my last opportunity, to honorably mention DKZ. 2026 first semester is their final semester. And so they didn't do anything really, but well, no, they did. They had like a, I know there was no like the official comebacks or anything to talk about, but like this was we were calling it the disbandment arc. And you know, I want to give them one final mention.
Okay.
I'll never forget.
All right. You had some interesting honorable mentions.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I have Kickflip, Hyperslide. Okay. Because there was no home for this, and that really disappointed me. I mean, it's not technically a title track. They didn't promote it or do anything like that. It was just like a special release that they had.
Jesus. No home, no room at the inn.
All right. And they like, you know, they had choreography for it. Like I did mention that, right? Yeah, because Kickflip was my favorite choreography. But so like they have a little tiny bit of something for it, but I love it so much. Like if it was a title track, it would be definitely included on my favorites list. That's how good Hyperslide is. I've listened to it so many times. Okay, 101 Spring Breeze again is an honorable mention because it's similar to Hyperslide in that it's not like a title track or anything. They didn't do anything with this song, but it exists. And if it was a title track, it would be one of my favorites. It's really good. I love it. Okay, now Billy. Honorable mention here because I feel terrible. Like I feel like I'd never find the room. Like I don't know. I was a little bit like feeling like I did want more from the stuff that they promoted, especially because it was their first full album. But Billy in general, the album as a whole, their performance ability, like everything was really good. I do really like it, but I'm like the album and stuff, like it's still finding its place in terms of my favorites. But like I they always do a really good job. And then NCT, Jano and Jaemin, I mentioned a little bit in the favorites, but I mean, it was such an iconic thing that I had been waiting so long for that I wanted to mention it more than I did, but I didn't really have a place to specifically bring it up because other things were more my style. And like I would like to shout out the both sides choreography because it almost made it into my favorite choreography, but I feel like I would have said like, I was going group wise for the choreography, and they have choreography for some of the other songs, but I had choreography in my head like I so often do, and the choreography in my head is way better than their other like songs choreography, but the both sides choreography is really good. Like I love the line moment and the stompy stomps and like the high fives. Like there's fun stuff happening, but it wasn't fun enough, frankly. No. It was good. That's an honorable mention.
Okay.
So everybody, Meowers, thank you so very much for tuning in to our long episode of our mid-year K-pop favorites from 2026. If you enjoyed this episode, please like it wherever you're listening to it, and you can leave us a comment and let us know your favorites from the first half of this year. And also, subscribe to the BlushCat channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss our other content. And I'm not sure if we're going to do a tier list as well. I'm declaring it here on the podcast, even though it's a little bit of Becky information that I personally was thinking about wanting to also do a tier list about our favorites, because I think it would have some different things. So if you're like, I can't believe the BlushCat podcast didn't even mention this amazing release that happened from the first half of 2026, like I feel like there's room for other things to come up that I personally think were really good, but I wouldn't consider them my favorites because that's different. Like that's one of the reasons I struggle so much when picking favorites, because I think so many things can be executed well, but they're not necessarily like my favorite style of thing. But so like, I don't know, there's room for that. So you can let us know if that sounds interesting to you, or you can just, like I said, subscribe and stay tuned to see if that pops up in your subscription box.
I always just have such a clear distinction between them, like, well, yeah, that was really good. I don't care about it, but it was really good. Like, it's easy for me to just be like, I can tell that was good, but like, I also can tell whether I liked it or not.
So yeah, that is all for today. Thank you very much for listening, and remember to stay meowing.
Thank you.
This has been Loremire.
And me. Bye.
Meow 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 meow.